Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Day 2 of What's on Tap Advent Calendar Kiosk.
Yes.
Yes. You just interrupted my flow, man.
I do.
All right. You excited about day 2?
Yes.
Because,
Beer.
we're just starting off the process.
Yes, we are.
And what do we got tonight?
We got Jopen.
Jopen Hoppenbier.
Hoppenbier. Yeah.
Hopped beer? Is that what that translates to?
Probably an IPA.
Fresh bitter blonde ale from Harlem, brewed according to the original recipe from, Jesus, let's say 1501. It's specified the beer must be brewed with barley, oats, and wheat, and from the first time in Harlem with hops. Comes in at 6.8%. Best by 2020. So it could have quite a long shelf life.
Ooh.
Or maybe it's 1407. I don't know. It's too small for my feeble eyes to read anymore.
Yes.
But yeah, this comes from Holland or the Netherlands. Not sure which one they're calling themselves these days.
I think it depends on the mood they're in.
How saucy they're feeling that day.
Exactly.
Sure. All right. So what do you think about this one? It's
I'm kind of excited. It's a Jopen beer. I've heard a lot of it. This brewery, I don't think I've ever tried it, actually.
This beer or something from Jopen?
Jopen.
I think I've tried something from them before.
Yeah?
But I could not tell you what it was or when I had it, and there's been a lot of beers.
Like always.
Always a lot of beers.
No, but Jopen is a brewery I've heard quite a bit of.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a very nice higher-end brewery from the Netherlands. So I'm looking forward to this. I think the fact that they're going to this traditional brewing style dating back to like a classic recipe should be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Take us back to the days of yore.
To the days of yore.
Yep.
So what did you say? It's a recipe from 1501.
1501.
Oh, from Harlem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in New York, but the original Harlem.
It's a Harlem in the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
But I mean, New York was called New Amsterdam, so
yes,
that's probably where Harlem comes from.
Why they changed it, I can't say.
No.
People just like it better that way.
Maybe they just enjoyed York.
Could be.
And they changed it to New York.
Good point. Because, there's a lot, there was Jersey, and then there was New Jersey.
Oh, true.
So there's York, there's New York. There's a lot of those names that come from old European ancestry.
So is there a Jersey now?
Yeah, there's a Jersey in wherever the cows come from. Jersey cows. They come from England, Irish, Scottish. No, York is
what?
In the UK, York is a
yeah. I know that. But I mean, Jersey.
Jersey is there's a Jersey
in the UK.
In the UK.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know that.
But I don't know where in the UK it is.
Somewhere on the island.
Right. That's where the cows come from.
Oh, all right. So they have cows in New Jersey as well?
I'm sure they do. Although it's mostly, I think, mobsters dumping bodies these days. I'm not really sure what happens in New Jersey.
Yeah. Or New Jersey.
Yeah.
Not a lot of UK mobsters, probably.
Probably not.
Probably not in Jersey, at least.
Either. Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Not up on the European mob situation.
Might have to read up on the UK mob scene.
I'll have to check into that.
Yep.
Interpol after this episode.
True.
Yeah, that actually takes us to our new podcast, Interpol Today, where we update you on the latest gang movements in all of Interpol's database.
Particularly cities correlating to new new versions of that city or area in the U.S.
Precisely. That's what we like to correlation, not causation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So back to
the beer at hand.
Hoppenbier.
Or Hoppenbier.
Hoppenbier. Or the hop beer, if you really wanted to break it down into its true English pronunciation.
It smells great.
It does.
I get quite a lot of like traditional English bitter from it.
Yeah.
Which is the style that I particularly enjoy at this point. So I'm quite excited about this.
It is a blonde ale. I would say the color is very
Aryan.
Very blonde ale. Something you would expect. Cheers. Well, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of flavor.
It actually had quite a lot more complexity than I anticipated.
I was expecting something to be pretty
straightforward, like to the punch. Like, this is a beer with hops, traditional hops, traditional European hops, I would say.
Yeah.
I was expecting something like a Fuller's, probably more like a Fuller's ESB, but lighter.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, there's a lot of flavor going on in this.
There's a bit of like tropical fruitiness to it. It also carries like the traditional European hop flavors to it, like a bit grassy and earthy. That's actually a really wonderful beer.
I agree. I am really impressed by this. I mean, I get kind of like like an orange peel almost in the flavor, but not like that artificial orange, but more like you said, a tropically oranginess to it.
It kind of carries over like the citrus hoppy notes from modern IPAs.
Yeah, I would say this is like a precursor to an IPA, kind of.
But it blends together nicely with the traditional earthy hops. That's a really cool combination, actually.
Yeah, this is really, really nice.
I really enjoyed this.
We are really verbose about this.
Yeah, we are.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
it's really pleasant.
I really like this beer.
But
I think to me it's something. It's a beer that intertwines the. So I mean, I've been a lot into like the Fuller's London Pride at the past, I guess, couple of months. I usually try and keep a couple of those in stock in my fridge at home. And I think this is a beer that actually like marries the flavor and style of those traditional English, golden ales with modern, I wouldn't say IPAs, but like modern pale ales. So I think this is a really kind of interesting blend between modern and traditional.
I would say I think a cask version of this would be outstanding.
Yeah.
It would, because this has a bit of a harshish edge to it.
Yeah.
I think a cask would just round that off and make it just that much better. But it's very rewarding. I mean, it gives you a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the carbonation. I love the mouthfeel. And there's some flavors in there. And it's like, I don't really know what they are. Like, I don't expect them to be there. But it's just delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite exciting.
That was really good addition to the calendar.
Yeah. So day 2 is really...
stepping up from day 1.
Oh, for sure.
What would you rate this?
I'm going to give this a 4.
I'm going to give it a 4.25.
Yeah, I was right on the edge there. It was almost a 4.25. But I think the bitterness at the end is getting a little too metallic for me. So it's kind of killing. That's why I wish it was a cask. I think that would kind of kill that and make it more delicious. And then I'd probably be like a 4.5 at that point. And then if I had it enough times, it'd probably become a 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see this as a pretty easy drinking beer.
Yeah.
It's still coming in at like a 6.8, I want to say.
Yeah.
I guess 6.8 right in the big labeling in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little high, a little bit on the high, So the back of the beer, it's much larger, but all of the fine details are in very, very small, like 4-point font, and it's really hard to read. But yeah, day 2, really good.
Yes.
Okay, let's say goodnight. Keep drinking your dum-dums.
And later.
Talk to you day 3
Tomorrow.